Hi there and welcome to Contact Form Marketing, Marketing Made Easy. Now in this video I'm going to demonstrate some revolutionary piece of software to you that's really going to change the way that you market your company to other companies. It's very easy. You just select your target market and location for the software to search through Google. The software then sends your message through thousands of contact forms on your prospect's website, and 99% of them are read. Now we all remember when email marketing came around, and now there's hundreds if not thousands of companies worldwide that are offering email marketing, and millions of email marketing messages sent every day to try and gain new customers. But there is a problem with email marketing, and that is the open rate of emails. So let's just go onto here a website and actually see the average open rates that people are actually achieving. And if we go down here, this company here, they got 1,000 data records in the B2B sectors, that the prospects that they're targeting, and they designed an email and delivered them. And let's just see what their open rate was. As you can see, 4% open rate so far, which they thought would probably creep up to 6%. And the bounce rate, meaning emails that were actually bounced back and didn't even go through, 17.9%, which means at a 4% open rate, you're looking at about 35 out of 1,000 emails that were sent were open and actually read, which is really, really poor. And that's typical and pretty average, to be honest, for email marketing itself. And that's where this really changes. Let's go onto Google and just put in corporate entertainment in Manchester. And if we type that in, and what I'm going to do is actually just go to the first website, MBM Corporate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go to their contact form on the website, and I'm just going to fill in my details. So let's just say, for instance, that I put in my name, my company name, my email address, my address, postcode, my country, telephone number, fax, and then finally my message, which is whatever I want to offer them, and I submit that. Now that's guaranteed to be read by MBM, because every company will open their messages that come through their contact forms. They don't know if it's a client, they're not sure what it is, and they will open it and they will read it. And therefore, it's if something's of interest, they are going to follow it up. So let's go back here. Instead of a 4% open rate, 40 out of 1,000 messages you send getting read, with this technique you're actually going to get pretty much 100% of your messages read. But the problem is with that is it's a very time consuming process. If we go back to Google and we actually just search through, and we then went to the next website, for instance, and then found the contact form on their website, it's obviously going to take a very, very long time, and therefore you're not going to get the volume sent that you need to really get results from it. And that's where we change everything with contact form marketing software, because what this software actually does is it automates that process, so you can select your target market. So in that case it was corporate entertainment, and your location. So the first thing we're going to do is open up the software and go here to information to submit, and this is where we put all the information. So this is the software itself, and this is where we put the information. So our name, our last name, the subject here, I'm going to pretend I'm a web designer and I want to promote my web design services, so I've put possible web design upgrade in there. We'll also put our phone number, email address, and everything else that you would likely find on most contact forms, and we just pop that in there into the software. Finally, you write your message. You can put anything you want. It can be as long as you want, and obviously you're just detailing what you're offering. It's good to have a special offer or something. You can also put your website so they can click through, and obviously your telephone number for inquiries. You're going to put your email address in there so they can also email you back with inquiries, but you really can write what you want. I've just put in there that I'm a web designer in the area, and I want to offer my services to you to do website upgrades. So the next thing you do is click on main database, and this is the exceptionally clever part. We're going to go to web search here, and what that's going to do is actually going to do a live search on Google and actually go through and pick the websites out. So I'm going to put the same thing I put into Google earlier, which is corporate entertainment in Manchester, and I'm then going to do a search. And do you remember the first website that we found on Google was MBM Corporate? Well, if we actually do our search, and as you can see here, it says searching websites in page 1, now page 2, and that will keep going, and it will keep going. Actually, as you can see, there's 25 results there, and as you can see there, the first website it's found, MBM Corporate. So that just shows you that it is actually doing a live search on Google, so there's the websites there, and it will just keep going. It's now looking on page 7, and it'll just keep putting the websites that it finds on Google for your search in there. As you can see, it's found 77 results so far, and it will actually search up to a maximum of 1,000 unique websites related to your keywords. So corporate entertainment in Manchester, it's going to process up to 1,000, but the process is now completed and it's found me 77 results. So I just click upload data, and what that then does is it put it in my send list. So it's now actually put that in my database, which is going to send that message. Now if you wanted to, you could go back to web search, put in a different message, a different key search, so it could be corporate entertainment in Liverpool or London, or you could just do a nationwide search of corporate entertainment, and you would do that again, press search, come down, hit upload data, and again it would just add it to your send list, and it can hold as many as you like. You could have 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 websites that it's then going to send through their contact forms already preloaded. Then what you're going to do is just press start, and we're going to literally go up to the top and we're going to press start on the software, and what that's actually going to do is it's just going to start sending it through there. So let's do that now, and we'll hit start, and we want it to go from item 1, so we just put that to the end of the list. So it wouldn't matter if you had 20,000, you can literally set this up, press start, go to bed, wake up, and it's processed them all. So let's wait for that to actually start. And as you can see, MBM Corporate there at the very top, and it's just going to go through these 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way through and process them all. As you can see, there's MBM Corporate, just to show you that it has actually done a live search. There's Shout and there's View Manchester, which are the first 3 that we've got there. So let's just wait for this now to start. Checked websites is actually the amount of websites that it's processed. Valid websites are how many websites have actually gone through. Wrong websites, obviously when it can't open the website, the link is invalid. Submission attempts is how many contact forms it's attempted to send the message to. Verified submissions, this is a very clever part, is the fact that you get capture codes on contact forms. Well, this is going to bypass them. It's actually going to guess the capture code and get it right, and actually still send your message, so that company thinks you're a real human being. As you can see, it's just done one there. It's guessed the capture code and got it right. It's not going to get all of them. It gets around 50% of them correct, and the other ones, unfortunately, it fails to send to. Completed submissions are actually how many messages have been sent, and failed submissions are the ones where it couldn't guess the capture code. So as you can see there, check website 6, valid was 6, submission attempts 5, completed 3, it guessed 1 capture code right, and unfortunately it got 2 wrong. So we'll just literally wait now for that to go through, and what I'm going to do is actually just pause this now. It's going to take a few minutes. As you can see, for the time it's 23:31 on the time there, so let's just wait there now and see how long that takes to process. Okay, so as you can see now, the time is now 23:44 and the process has actually been completed. So let's take a look at the results there. So as we can actually see, it's checked 77 websites in total. There were 63 valid websites, which means that 14, just the links weren't valid, it just didn't go through to a website. It attempted to send 32 contact forms, which 6 it guessed the capture code correct, and 8 it failed. It's usually around about 50%. And so completed submissions, which were messages sent out of those 77 initial websites, 24. So that message, our message that we put, has just gone to 24 contact forms, which are all going to be opened. Remember, it's not like email marketing. It really is fantastic. They're all going to be opened. But what this software is also going to do, which is excellent, it's going to gather the email addresses for you and build up your own personal database. So it's found 74 email addresses there, which you can actually see listed there next to the websites. And the great thing about this is that it actually tells you as well next to it whether the message was submitted or not. So the ones where you can actually see the V, that actually means that it was verified and the capture code was guessed right, and the S is where they were submitted, and you can export that data. And what that means is you've then got an Excel file with a lead file, so you can tell what messages were sent. You can then actually click over onto their website, where you can then actually give the company a phone call, or you've actually got their email address to follow up even further as well. So it actually builds a data file for you on top of actually delivering the messages through, so that you can just follow it up as and when you wish. Okay, so that's basically the software explained to you. So what I'm going to do is just take you back to our website now. If you head over to packages, we can do the sends for you, so we can do a managed campaign, which is where we will actually use the software ourselves. We'll help you write a really good marketing messages. We've got our own in-house content writers. You can get 5,000 sends, and that's actually 5,000 completed submissions, which means completed sent messages, which means you're going to get nearly 5,000 people actually opening and reading your message as well. That's actually completed submissions there for £195. You also can get 10,000 for £295, 25,000 for £395, or you can actually purchase the software outright, and that's usually £2,995, which is now just £1,445. There's no ongoing cost with that. You get the software for life, you get free updates, and it's unlimited sends. You can send 25,000 messages a day if you want. It's not costing you anything. You've got no risk of blocking your IP address or anything like that, and it just means that you can constantly send messages. Please feel free to get in touch with us and book a demo of the software, or contact us for more information. Thank you very much for watching. That's Contact Form Marketing, and thank you very much.